Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I share our family's journey to pay off over $500,000 of debt. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything. Today I'm going to walk you guys through how to do a zero-based budget using my free monthly budget printable, and I will link that in the description box below. You can grab that for free in my free budget planner that will help you guys get your finances organized so you can stay on track with your budget and all your financial goals. Let's go ahead and jump right into how to do a zero-based budget.
Okay, the first thing that you want to know every month is how much income you have coming in. And this should include your income, your husband's income, any side hustles that you're doing, overtime, bonuses, all income that you know that will be coming in for the month will go in this income source section. I'm just using a nice round number of $5,000 a month. That's about what we live on right now every month. So the budget will be similar, but it won't be exact. So let's just say you have 2 paychecks coming in this month and they're $2,500 each. And then there's some space there for if you have any other sources of income. The next most important thing that you're going to do is add up all of your expenses. So this first column is going to be your fixed monthly expenses. So these are things that usually stay pretty much the same every month. And the point is we want to reduce all of our expenses as much as possible when you're paying off debt. But sometimes fixed monthly expenses are a little bit harder to reduce. So we're going to list those first, and then we're going to see how much money we have left over after those are listed to put into our miscellaneous section. Things like health insurance, auto, renters, identity theft protection, those things might be pretty easy to negotiate to a lower rate. So that might be a good place to start if you're noticing your expenses are too high. So now that we know our fixed monthly expenses and our income, we can put our income here at the top in this column and then subtract our fixed expenses from that. The number that is left over is all we have left to spend for the month. So if you're already really tight, you either need to cut your expenses, your fixed expenses as much as possible, get rid of cable or something, or internet or something like that, or you need to get your income up. One of those are your two options, but overspending is not a good option because that's going to put you further into debt. So here you'll see we have $2,235 left after subtracting our fixed monthly expenses. So that's all we have left to do everything else this month, pay debt or use for miscellaneous. So of course we're going to try to keep our miscellaneous expenses as low as humanly possible, especially if we're paying off debt or if we're saving for a specific goal. The more that you have left over, the more you'll be able to save. So now we can add our miscellaneous expenses up there and see how much we have left over to do whatever our current financial goal is for the month. So for us, it's always debt payment. Any leftover money is going to go to debt. We're on Dave Ramsey's baby step 2, which is paying off all debt. So we're doing that. But the important thing to note is after you subtract your fixed expenses, your miscellaneous expenses, you need to assign the leftover money, which in this case is $1,813, needs to go somewhere. Because if it doesn't, it's just going to sit in your account and do nothing, or you're going to overspend. You need to assign that money to something. Here it can be to debt, it can be to savings or investment if you're not in debt, but it needs to have an assignment. It needs somewhere to go. So here we're going to put our debt payments, and this is kind of a small example of the debt snowball. Let's say you have a student loan that's $554, one that's $605, and then your credit card is $3,000. You're going to start applying that $813 to those. The first student loan would get paid off, the second student loan would get paid off, and then you'd have $654 left to apply to that next smallest loan, which in this case is the $3,000 credit card, so you're making a nice little dent.
I hope this budget walkthrough really helped you guys see exactly how to do a zero-based budget. Remember, every month will be different depending on what you've got going on in your life that month. Your expenses like electricity will go up in the summer for air conditioning and different things like that. So you want to do this every month and even have a mid-month check-in to make sure that you're on track. Make sure that you don't forget to grab my free budget printables, which are linked below in the description. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our debt-free journey and other frugal living and budgeting tips. I'll see you guys in the next one.